not like it used to be.
All right, fam, what's up? We back. Sagu Radio definitely in full effect, baby. You know how we do it. Step your game up, you know, and it's right now we just trying to get things going. You know, we always trying to enlighten our family on what's happening. And right now, man, I got in touch with my man JTB. Actually, he got in touch with me as well. So it's been a minute, but we back in touch now. JTB, John the Baptist, man, representing that D-Town, man. What's going on, JTB?
Oh, nothing much, brother. You know me, I'm just doing my thing, brother. I'm just trying to wake this world up to what's going on, brother. Just trying to shine some light on a dark situation, brother. That's
what's up, man. And I tell you what, man, John the Baptist, if you don't know him, or if you haven't heard of him or seen him around the DFW or wherever you're from, he's very interesting and very real. He keeps everything 100 with what he says in the Christian aspect and in the world aspect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's just trying to enlighten the world. I mean, let people know a little bit about you, JTB.
Brother, I'm going to tell you something. I'm from South Dallas, Texas, brother. God called me to do a job. He told me to do two things, brother. He told me to tell the truth and shame the devil 24/7, 365. And he told me to tell every soul I meet that he meant every word he said, whether they know it, believe it, or been taught it or not, brother. And that is what I do 24/7, 365.
Wow. And I think about that way. The way you are about Jesus is the way I think about Jesus was when he was out teaching people, and people would look at him like, man, who is this? Well, he's crazy. What's wrong with him? You know. And a lot of people really don't take heed to what is said by you, because a lot of people look at you as a radical, or they look at you as being like out there, you know what I'm saying? Anything out of the ordinary, we kind of like push away from. But my thing is, man, I think we need to pull more to it, because like I said, God has people specifically for the purpose that you are doing, man. You know what I'm saying? And we talk a little bit about a lot of different things. I mean, you know, you have videos on YouTube, but we was talking a little bit about the Illuminati and just, you know, things that you have seen God signs in. Can you let our people know a little bit about that?
Brother, I'm trying to wake folks up to the next big event that's coming in America, and that's the sixth trumpet. Matter of fact, I just feel like we'll just go back, brother. You said something about crazy. I tell people, yeah, I am crazy. I'm crazy like all my kinfolks. I'm crazy like Noah, Jonah, Paul, and all the rest of them, because we all met a man named Jesus, brother, and our life was never the same since then. So you know what? I am crazy, but you know what? The truth is crazy. I tell people, look at it like this. Jesus Christ, all he did was tell the truth and say the devil, and you seen what happened to him. And I think he was the craziest one of all, because he gave his life for a whole bunch of folks that seem like they just don't care.
Wow. And I feel the same way, man. You know, he was healing. He was showing people signs that he was the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people like, man, whatever. You know, they saw it, but they couldn't believe it. You know, and that same thing I think about you, man. Even when I talked to you back at the DFW Awards show, man, I saw you a little before that. You know, you was dancing, had your wardrobe on. And who designed your wardrobe, man?
Brother, it is all me, brother. I'm gonna tell you something, brother. It was a process, brother. It's just something that just started out. You know, when God tells you to do something, brother, let me tell you what he told me. He just told me to try to get as many people as I can, and just tell the truth, brother. The problem is that, you know what? How can you get a bunch of folks' attention when y'all look alike? He called us to be peculiar people. We're all supposed to stand out from each other, brother. It's supposed to be something that lets us know, you know, when we stand for Christ or not. But he said, like he said, in the last days, it's just going to be a bunch of lukewarm mess, brother. He said, it's harvest time. And he said, I can't tell them apart because they all look alike. They all dress alike. They all look like everybody, try to be like everybody else. But guess what? The first thing to do to try to get people's attention is you can't look like everybody else, because if you look like everybody else, guess what? They probably ain't going to pay no attention to you. So you know what? God gave me two gifts, brother. He gave me poetry, he gave me prophecy, and he gave me dance. And I use them all to glorify the Lord, brother, 24/7, 365. And that's what I'm trying to wake God's people up to. It's funny because you said the first interview. In the first interview, it's funny. The first interview, I said something about, I said, listen, world, you might not know me now, but you will soon. I said, I go by the name of John the Baptist because I got a bad habit of telling the truth and speaking his word and talking about the end of days, because that's what my daddy Jesus Christ did. And that's all he asked us to do. So I don't know about everybody else, but I'm geared to try to be like him, because that's what a real, not Christian, but disciple is supposed to do. John the Baptist. Ooh, wee.
Yeah, that's...
The reason I say that is this, brother. I said, think about it. God, that Jesus didn't have Christians. Jesus called us to be disciples. He said, I'm going to teach y'all to fish for the souls of men. And that's the problem. Everybody running around here calling themselves Christian this and Christian that with the cross. And guess what? What's a Christian today? Anybody have a definition of what a Christian is? A Christian is supposed to be
Wow. Wow, man. I'll tell you, man, if y'all just tuned in, man, we're talking to my boy John the Baptist, man. I mean, very interesting, and I love that, man. I love the realness and the dedication and the conviction that you speak with. And I know we talked a little bit, man. I want to get on this Illuminati, man. We talked about Dave Chappelle, and you talked about, you know, how a lot of these different preachers are using Illuminati signals and different things like that. Speak a little bit about that real quick.
Brother, let me tell you something. It's funny. I was learning about the Illuminati like 20-some years ago. At the time, God had me study a lot of different things because He knew it in the last days I would be speaking on it. And I tell people, I'm like Tupac. Tupac was the same thing. See, Tupac, when you think about it, his last album was called Kill Illuminati, because he had sold his soul and he was trying to get his soul back. And now everybody in the world, they've heard of Illuminati, but they don't really know what it is. I tell people, the Illuminati ain't no different than the first. It's a spirit. And it's the same, it's a bunch of lies, just like the first one Satan told with Adam and Eve, and it's all to this day. Ain't nothing new, ain't nothing changed, it's the same thing. A lot of these people don't realize a lot of this stuff is blood sacrifice. That's why they killed Tupac, they killed Pimp C. I've got a feeling Leah and Left Eye. Kanye mama was a blood sacrifice. I got a feeling Jennifer Hudson family. Dr. Dre just lost his son. I believe a lot of these folks done sold their soul. You see what I'm saying? They done sold their soul. Like, guess what? When you sell your soul to the devil, guess what? You got to pay. And that's why I feel like they just knocked out Whitney Houston. I tell people, think about this. Whitney Houston, when you start telling the truth, just like Michael Jackson, everybody start coming up, everybody start trying to come straight and start telling the truth. Guess what? They just mysteriously ended up dead. Just like Whitney Houston. I tell people right now, Whitney Houston wasn't making no money for them, but guess what? All of a sudden she died, and now the faces all over the news, and guess what? Now they got this new movie coming out with her name, and you know how much that's gonna make? And who producing it? Who gonna get the big money out of it? Yeah, Illuminati, TD Jakes. A lot of people have been. He said, "My people perish for lack of knowledge, brother." And the problem is that people, it's not that they're not smart, it's just that they're dumb in God's word because they're not being taught, they're not being fed. God has told me to tell all these folks down here, He is tired of all these Sunday morning quickies. He said it's 168 hours in a week. And He said He is not pleased or satisfied with these 2-hour quickies that folks think. Guess what? Because folks don't know His word. And then they're not preaching them with this old, most of them preaching now this old prosperity gospel mess. And guess what? That ain't getting nobody saved. It ain't saving nobody's soul. You know what? It's going to lead a whole lot of people to hell. That's why He says like the blind leading the blind. One of the things I try to get people to understand is this. He says it's going to be like the rebuilding of the Holy Roman Empire when He got ready to come back. It's going to be a political leader and a religious leader. And I'm telling people now, the political leader is Mr. Obama. I call him Nobama. Yeah, Nobama. Antichrist Nobama. And I feel like the Pope is, I know that the Pope is a false prophet. He said the two of them to rebuild the whole Roman Empire. There will be a place when he got ready to come back.
Wow. See, and my thing is like that seems like, you know, where you speak is like, man, your third eye is actually open to a lot of other things that are normal, you know, that normally we don't see, you know. And it's like, you know, God has opened your eyes up to a different thought or a different, you know, seeing of the world, you know what I'm saying? And not just, and a lot of time when you speak like that, a lot of people like, oh, he just called Obama, you know, the Antichrist, he just did blah blah blah, you know.
Let me put this out here. This is why sometimes people, you got to, in order to see, you need to close your eyes and use your mind. Think about this. I'll tell people this. The last time a dark skinned man with hair like wool, with this much hype around the world with no scars to save the world, he got nailed to the cross for our sin. His name is Jesus Christ. And He told us in the last days to look out for a man that's going to come out of nowhere. He said he's going to rise by the East Kenya. Obama wasn't born in Hawaii. He's born in Kenya. That's why he has a birth certificate. He said he's going to rise on a platform of peace, Nobel Peace Prize. And by peace, he's going to destroy many because he's going to confer the covenant with Israel. Yeah, that's exactly what. That's how the Bible describes the Antichrist. So guess what? You tell me.
Wow.
Let me tell you another thing, brother. Just like I told you in the first interview we did, I wrote a poem called "Wake Up America," brother. And in that poem, I wrote, right now, America has a war on terror, and people around the world are scared. North Korea, China, Iran, and they bomb in the East. They'll get ready to show America there is. America, stay strong in Iraq, please. Because I need Israel to stand together to bring Iran and Islam to bow down before me. And if the tsunami and Katrina wasn't your attention and bring to your knees, then maybe you should have when you dial that 1-800
on that note, man. Wow, man. I tell you what, if you just tuned in, man, you just heard my boy John the Baptist, and he'll be on every week, man. I'm gonna get my boy on, man, to speak a little bit about his thoughts and everything every week. John the Baptist, The Truth Hurts, man. That's his title to me. You know what I'm saying? Ooh wee, you hear him all the time, man. That's what's up, man. How can they? I know you got a YouTube thing. What's your YouTube channel where they can go check you out?
I'll tell you what, I'm on everything, brother. If you want to reach me on Facebook, I put a lot of this stuff, a lot of these videos, a lot of this information you can find on my Facebook wall. My Facebook name is John Baptist, JOHNBAPTIZ. And I got over 400 videos. I promise you will not be disappointed. I dance up to everything. I'm trying to wake folks up to all kind of music and all kind of different stuff. I got a bunch of rappers, brother, that glorify the Jesus Christ, brother. So if you want to look at my YouTube, it's under John the Baptist GPP. That's JOHNBAPTIZ GPP. GPP stands for God's Greater Prophet. All one word, no spaces. I promise you won't be disappointed.
That's what's up, man. John, hey, man, I appreciate your time here on Sagu Radio, man. Thank you so much. And we'll be talking to you next week. God bless you, man. And you keep doing your thing, man. Keep spreading that word.
Hey, brother, I told you it was going to start. It started with you, brother. You gave me an opportunity. You know what, brother, it's going to end with you. I appreciate the opportunity, brother. I appreciate the love, brother, because pretty soon I keep telling each other, brother, all we're going to have is each other. So it's time for us to find out who we are, brother.
That's what's up. That's what's up, baby. And like I said, man, we'll talk to you next week. And I tell you what, we're going to get back to this music, man, right here on Sagu Radio. Man, you know how we do it. Independent artists stand up. Man, I tell you, John the Baptist is off the chain. Y'all go check him out on YouTube, man, for real. All right, we'll be right back. It's your boy LICO+MAC, man. It's Sagu Radio. Step your game up, baby.